All right, let's talk cooking at camp. One thing we want to think about progression. Our kindergartners, first graders are not going to be as capable of cooking as, say, our aides and AITs. So think about what age group you're working with before you start cooking at camp. So here's kind of an idea. Um, Start with, nose bag, brown paper sack lunches, and then, of course, move your way up through progression. So when we're outdoor cooking, we want to remember that the younger you are, the less interested you are going to be in maintaining your campfire for any length of time, waiting for those coals, for it to physically cook. They're just not going to be interested in doing that at those younger ages. So one pot meals are perfect for those types of kids. And then it also is going to depend on what meal that you're going to be cooking. Is this going to be for fun? Is this going to be for energy? Is this your breakfast? Is this your dinner? Or is this just a fun snack to have while you are there? We also want to make sure that we are including everybody in the group. We do have some campers that have food allergies or intolerances, and we need to keep that in mind as well. That information is available to you from our first aider, and usually they try and get that information out to you prior to Monday at camp, if not Monday of camp. We want to make sure that we're keeping that in mind. And remember that there is a difference between a food allergy and a food dislike. Um, so usually what we find happens is that campers will usually eat, even though they will say to you, ooh, yuck, I don't like that. They usually get pretty hungry at camp and they're willing to eat, at least try anything. Just remember that we do have to keep in mind those food allergies. Our Daisies and Brownie Scouts, we're going to be looking at things like their pre-made lunches, their lunches that are brought from home, and then maybe adding some things that they have prepared. Certainly we have our girls cook at camp, but think about something that can be cooked for the whole group. So brownie stew, um, uh, the spaghetti is one. Something that you can maybe cook parts of it on the camp stove, and then maybe having an individual dessert that they can make, so like a banana boat or a s'more, that they can do some individual stick cooking, but making sure that there is the big pot. And then of course we do want the girls to participate. So for some leaders, it's hard to hand those girls a knife and have them cut parts of the fruit salad or items for the soup or stew that you're making, but have them be a part. We do ask that you do prepare any meats ahead of time. So if you're doing like ground beef or if you're making chicken, that is prepared and cooked prior to camp. That way we don't have to worry about the girls getting sick from those not getting cooked well, but then let them cook the vegetables, let them cut those vegetables, let them do some aspects of that. And then, of course, with our juniors, cadets, seniors, and ambassadors, they can move their way up through the progression. Foil packet is one that is favorite at camp. Our girls do love to make foil packet dinners. It's always really kind of a good fun, but again, you got to wait for those coals. So that means your fire's got to get started pretty early in order for that to happen. Our box oven Dutch oven. They are wonderful ways to cook. We certainly have some of the pie the pie cookers, so you can do. It's a good way to do individual grilled cheese sandwiches. It's also a fun way to do like an individual apple pie, those types of things. I One of my favorites when I was a Girl Scout was cooking on my buddy burner. I thought it was amazing to cook soup on my buddy burner and to make a grilled cheese sandwich. We do have some people at camp, Honeybee is one of them, that would love to show your girls how to cook with a Vagabond stove or a buddy burner. One of my favorite ways to do it. Um, and then, of course, you can do others. You can get further along. We love to do in our um, Dutch ovens. They love to make monkey bread, those types of things. I've never seen a bean hole or a hay hole done. That would be amazing to see if we could have a group take on that challenge. So, of course, here is cooking in a box oven. So here's the important part. Meal planning is very important at camp. And a copy of this meal planning worksheet is available to you in the leader book that is available online at the website. I use this same meal planning worksheet when I worked with my troops. So this is certainly something, and have the girls complete this. It's amazing what girls can learn by having to do this worksheet. I will share one of my favorite stories. I took, as a Brownie, we went camping. My leader allowed us to write out the grocery list, and they purchased everything exactly how it was on the grocery list. And we had 10 pounds of spaghetti noodles, and we had 1 jar of sauce. So we had to become very creative. But a lesson was learned that weekend by the girls, and to this day I remember it. And we never messed up our cooking list again. They will never forget to write down cheese, because if you have what's written there and that's what you purchase, it is a great learning experience for the girls. And I highly recommend you let the girls do it. Make that list and purchase it the way that it is, and they'll learn. And the budget is $3 a meal per head. So if you have 10 people in your unit, including your leader and your leaders and your AITs, or aide, I apologize, aide, that is going to be $30 for that meal, and we need to budget. Our girls are going to be okay with purchasing the store brand of whatever item that you're going to be purchasing. Please make sure you're including the leaders and the aide in that count. For the meal that your unit cooks that day. Now, when we do our overnight, we take care of our aides and AITs, and that's a different budget. But if you are going to be cooking a meal on Wednesday and we need to make sure that that aide is included, you are more than welcome. We love it when you do it, to invite special guests. Think about your director. Think about your first aider. Why not invite archery or arts and crafts or the shed queen, and invite them in to have a meal with you? We don't necessarily get to participate in those activities at camp, but we would love to be invited to come, and we will come. We will come sit in your unit and have lunch with you. We want to have those experiences with the girls, so please keep that in mind. Receipts for the unit groceries need to be turned in by the end of the day on Thursday if you want to have your check Friday afternoon. If you turn in your receipts on Friday, things are going to get packed up, and are going to get packed up pretty quickly in order for us to be able to leave. And it may not be until July or August that we get that check to you. So I highly recommend that you get your receipt to us no later than flag down on Thursday, so that we can have that check ready for you on Friday afternoon at the camp show. So cooking is certainly a fun way for the girls to be able to enjoy camp. And if you have any questions, we have some wonderful people who have done many, many years of camping and have done lots and lots of cooking and would love to share their skills and their ideas with you. So thank you very much for watching our camping and cooking video.